समझ नहीं आ रहा अपने सैलरी इंक्रीमेंट का क्या करूं।
बेटा इतना क्या सोच रहा है? अपने म्यूचुअल फंड्स के एसआईपी का टॉप अप करा ले। दिस इज द राइट टाइम।
क्या? समझ में नहीं आया।
बेटा इतना क्या सोच रहा है? अपने म्यूचुअल फंड्स का एसआईपी टॉपअप करा ले। दिस इज द राइट टाइम।
अब समझा।
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.
We bring you today a two-in-one cut the clutter. Two-in-one because two key states of our country have gone to the polls today. One fully, Tamil Nadu, all 234 seats have polled today. West Bengal has a multi-phase poll, so 152 today out of 294. And then the rest in the next round on the 29th. And both states have had stunning turnout, reaching about 90% and beyond. We've seen pictures of special trains going back, people taking buses, people even taking flights to go back to vote. Such is the enthusiasm about these elections. We will bring this also for discussion when DK and Moushumi and then Shweta join us as to why this kind of enthusiasm in this election. And I know always this speculation builds up. What does higher turnout mean? Does it favor the incumbent or does it favor the challenger? From experience, I will tell you, it rarely makes a difference because Hawa goes only in one direction. A turnout does not make such a difference. That said, we will talk about this as we go along. These two states together between themselves, 42 seats for West Bengal and 39 for Tamil Nadu, they contribute 81 seats to National Parliament or Lok Sabha. You cannot rule India, you cannot hope to rule India if you don't do at least something in these states, or at least that used to be the situation until Narendra Modi started sweeping the Hindi heartland, also the western coast regions, that is Gujarat, Maharashtra, etc., etc. These two states, however, have provided the balance since 2024 to national politics. Now, the BJP has been desperate. BJP is desperate to win every small municipal election. BJP looks at every election very seriously, that we know. But West Bengal is the prize they've been after. Remember Steve Waugh? He used to call a test series in India the final frontier. It's a bit like that. For the BJP, West Bengal is the final frontier. They've tried 3 times. They've been rising there for more than a decade now. Once they came quite close, although not in the state election, but in parliament election, they won 18 seats out of 42. That was the closest they came to threatening Mamata Banerjee. Since then, however, Mamata Banerjee has increased the gap between her party and the BJP. This time the BJP is there at a very different scale. All kinds of forces have been thrown at West Bengal. A very aggressive, special, intensive revision has been carried out, which has led to the deletion of nearly 1 crore voters, of which there isn't much controversy about 63 lakhs, because many of these are dead voters. Last SIR was in 2002. Some are people whose names feature in 2 places, feature in other states also. West Bengal sees a lot of out-migration as well. But there is a question about 27 lakh. 27 lakh have gone to tribunals, adjudication tribunals. Now, tribunals notionally have been set up, but they haven't become functional. And in one of those twists of judicial innovation, if I may say so, the Supreme Court has said, you are not disqualified as voters permanently. You can continue your adjudication process, and maybe you will be able to vote in future elections, but you are not voting this time. So these 27 lakh stay out of the current electoral pool. That is the situation in West Bengal. Very intense campaign. We'll talk about that. Second is Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu usually had alternated between DMK and AIA-DMK. That is between the two Dravid parties, both of which had come out of the party that Annadurai set up. Now, last time the DMK came into power, but before that, preceding that, ADMK had defied the pattern of alternating between DMK and AIA-DMK. So, AIA-DMK had had a double term in the course of which Jayalalitha passed away. Then under Stalin, DMK and its alliance, it has a very strong alliance, it still stays a strong alliance. They came to power, they are facing their anti-incumbency or challenge to their incumbency for the first time. In West Bengal, Mamata Banerjee is facing triple incumbency or triple anti-incumbency. She's won power 3 times. It's very difficult in India to win power a 4th time, but we also know that West Bengal is different. West Bengal, when people come to power, they last for a very long time. The left front lasted about 3 decades. And if Mamata Banerjee has a big challenge from the BJP now, when the left was in power in West Bengal, Congress was very powerful in New Delhi. So that challenge was also very strong. We have to keep that also in mind. What we'll do is, I will give you a brief overview of both states. And then we will have DK Singh, our political editor, who you know so well. And similarly, Moushumi Das Gupta, our deputy editor, again very familiar to you. They will join in and we'll talk about West Bengal. Moushumi has been traveling in West Bengal. I've traveled a little bit as well, but Moushumi multiple times, so she knows a lot more. And then we switch to Tamil Nadu from Chennai, Shweta Tripathi, who's our representative in Tamil Nadu, and she's been following this election very closely, traveling across the state. She will join in for more gyan. The only reason I'm beginning with West Bengal is because West Bengal election is not yet over. Just over half the seats have polled now. The rest are yet to go to the poll. So the campaign is going on. That is an ongoing situation. That's one. The second thing is West Bengal is in a way edgier at a national level because the stakes nationally are much higher because this is where the BJP is involved directly. It's involved directly. Also, they are fighting this like their last battle, as if there will be no election after that. Tamil Nadu is a tough battle as well. It is, however, between two regional parties or two regional groupings with which national parties are only secondary partners. With DMK, Congress is a secondary partner. Similarly, with AIA-DMK, the BJP is a secondary partner. That is very much a Dravid party versus Dravid party fight. We will come to that as we go along. So first of all, West Bengal. See what's been happening in West Bengal. West Bengal has seen dramatic shifts in electoral fortunes. Till about 1996, the left front was ruling the West Bengal and did not look like anybody could challenge it. Congress also did very poorly. They would win a few seats here and there. The left completely ruled West Bengal. Then Mamata Banerjee left the Congress and then she began to rise. Her rise was dramatic, but not so dramatic that it would bring her to power the first time. So the first time she vacuum cleaned a lot of the Congress vote. In fact, a bulk of the Congress vote. Because just as we saw happening later, subsequently in Andhra Pradesh, the Congress vote shifted with YS Jagan Mohan Reddy to his new party. Similarly, in West Bengal, the Congress vote shifted from the mother party to Mamata Banerjee. And I remember when she left the Congress, people asked her, how can you leave the Congress? You were such a loyal Congress leader. And she said, जब इंदिरा जी नहीं रही, जब राजीव जी नहीं रहे, तो कांग्रेस में क्या रहा? On that note, she left the Congress. She was also a cabinet minister under Atal Bihari Vajpayee. In fact, she also had the railway ministry at one point. Now, from there, she built her politics. In about 5 years, by 2001 election, she had vacuumed out most of the Congress vote, but still not enough to rule the state. That took another 10 years and she worked at it. She worked at it. She slogged at it. By 2011, she was ready to sweep the state. Once DK and Moushumi join in with me, we will take you through some graphics So we understand how Mamata's progress has taken place. Then in the middle of this, as the Congress declined and the left declined, Mamata had vacuumed all of the Congress vote. She also took away some of the left vote. Then came in the BJP by 2016, and they picked up, surprise of surprises, a lot of the left vote. Now, this tells you also how thin the ideological commitment of the left supporters was in West Bengal. So many of them went to the BJP. Since then, West Bengal has seen a kind of a two-party fight. BJP versus TMC. TMC as the entrenched incumbent, BJP as a determined, very resourceful as in also full of resources, challenger. And that is what's taking place right now. Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu is a fight between two alliances. As I told you, each alliance is led by a Dravid party, DMK-led alliance, Secular Progressive Alliance, not India Alliance. Secular Progressive Alliance. They are the incumbents. They start out with a big advantage. When they won the last assembly election, they got 47% of the vote. Their rivals, then they were not together. NDA at that point had the BJP and many small parties, but not AIA-DMK. So that NDA got 18% vote. If you see the last two elections in Tamil Nadu, that is Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha, DMK and its allies have been far ahead. If we see the latest election, which was Lok Sabha of 2024, there DMK and its allies, or the India Alliance in that case, got 47% of the vote. NDA did not have AIA DMK in it. It had the BJP, but they had fought separately. If you add NDA and AIA DMK numbers, it comes to about 39%. PMK, the party of Ramadas, which by the way is now split between the father and the son. Ramadas used to be our health minister at one point. If you add all of that, it comes to just about 42%. That's in parliament election of 2024. However, comparing apples with apples in assembly elections last time, DMK and its allies, including the Congress and the left, they got 45.38% of the vote, and NDA, including AIA-DMK, got 39.71% of the vote. So the gap is still about 6% in this case, even while all of the opposition was together. Today, the alliances have changed a little bit. Once we have the experts with us, we'll tell you more details. However, the DMK has Congress, CPI, CPM, DMDK, that's the Vijay party, MDMK, which is Vaikovalaswamy Vaiko's party, VCK, which is a small Dalit party, Indian Union Muslim League, MMK, all small parties, but each one brings some vote bank. And DA has AIA, DMK, BJP, PMK, AMMK, IJK, TMC. TMC is Tamil Maanila Congress. That's the party that GK Mopanar had set up. Later, they had merged with the Congress party. P. Chidambaram was also in that party, but they had merged with the Congress party. Then they split again. Now Mopanar's son, G.K. Vasan, runs that party. And then Tamil Nadu has this X Factor. And this X Factor is this very popular actor who, as usually happens in the South, has his fan clubs. And he's getting a lot of crowds. That is Vijay, or Joseph Vijay, who says his politics is anti-DMK and anti-BJP, and he says DMK is his political enemy and BJP is his ideological enemy. When we talk about Hindi heartland politics, we hold forth on caste a lot. It's not as if, however, that southern states do not have the caste factor as well. Tamil Nadu also, this plays out quite prominently. Once again, this is something that we'll talk about once the real experts join in. I think at this point I can ask DK Singh and Moushumi to join in. So we go over West Bengal first. DK, I'll come to you first. Look at this dramatic shift in West Bengal. Look at Trinamool, for example. 2016, Trinamool has 44.9% vote in Vidhan Sabha. 2019, Lok Sabha 43.2. 2021, Vidhan Sabha 48. And 2024, Lok Sabha 46. What this tells us is that for almost 10 years now, Mamata Banerjee's vote share has remained constant. And then you see the dramatic shifts elsewhere. The BJP 2016 has just 10.16% of the vote, just 10% of the vote. 2019, it has jumped within 3 years, that's parliament election, within 3 years, it has jumped from 10%, 10.6 to 40.25%. It's got a gain of 30 percentage points, not 30%, but 30 percentage points. Then 2021 Vidhan Sabha, it's moderated a bit to 38, 24 Lok Sabha, 39. So BJP has also got more or less frozen at about 40. But the remarkable thing is that it jumped from 10 to 40 within 3 years, 2016 and 2019. We'll need you to explain where did that big change come from? Because we'll need you to explain we will need you to explain where did that change come from? Who did each party take its votes from?
So when you look at this jump from 16 to 19, jump of the BJP, it's mostly coming from the left and Congress votes. Most of it, almost 3/4 of it. If you see how the CPM's votes kind of dwindled from 16 to 19, it was
From
down
2016 to
to
2019.
19. It was down by about 13.5 percentage points.
Yes, 2016 it was 19.75%. 2019 within 3 years 6.28%. So they lost about 13% vote.
And then Congress votes also went down by about 5.5 percentage point.
Yes.
So you add up, and we are not talking about the smaller left parties. So if you add up, most of the gains that the BJP made came from these parties. So Mamata Banerjee did not really lose. Most of the votes came from the left parties and the Congress. And there are many regions. For instance, for the left, in those elections, we are covering those elections. Generally, the left cadres, they found the principal enemy in the in Mamata Banerjee. They wanted to finish her. So just to finish the Trinamool Congress, they decided to switch their loyalty to the BJP. And then they have stayed on. If you look at the BJP's vote shares in the last 3 elections, they have remained constant. 40%, 38%, 39%. So the votes the BJP got from the left and the Congress have remained with the BJP so far. But this time again, what they may be worried about is that the gap between them and the TMC remains as it was.
Yeah. So, Moushumi, BJP will be hoping that Congress and the left actually do a little bit better than before because they've been decimated now in the past. Even when they were together in Lok Sabha, in India Alliance, they got very little vote. They hardly made an impact in West Bengal. So, BJP will be hoping that they get some more vote because that might come from Mamata Banerjee.
Yeah.
And India Alliance minus Mamata Banerjee.
Yeah.
And I mean, if Congress gets more vote, I mean, some of the Muslim votes that go to Trinamool would, will be voting for Congress. So that means that many vote less for Trinamool Congress.
Yeah. Moushumi, you travel through the state. What's the buzz about SIR? Is this a big issue in the election?
Yeah, SIR was a dominant narrative. I mean, in most of the constituencies in Malda, Murshidabad, where because of SIR
which are Muslim majority.
Yeah, Muslim
districts.
majority districts.
West Bengal has very large districts, which is very incongruous compared to what's happened elsewhere in the country. Elsewhere in the country, all states are breaking down their districts into smaller districts. West Bengal is stuck with its
they are huge
big districts. Yes.
So I mean, most of the Muslim-dominated districts, if you see Murshidabad, which has one of the highest,
about 66%,
then Malda 53%, North Dinajpur. So they have seen the maximum deletion, and most of them are from the minority community. Though the election commission did
North Dinajpur, by the way, is like the top of the Siliguri neck. That's where the Siliguri neck begins.
Yeah. And I mean, though the Election Commission data does not give, break up the deletions on the basis of religion, but that's the general reading there. When you go there and speak to the locals, that maximum number of the deletion have been from the Muslim community. So that is going to have an impact on on the Trinamool overall numbers also, because many of them were very loyal Trinamool voters. But having said that, when you move to North 24 Pargana, Nadia, where you have a large number of people from Matua community. Matuas are, scheduled caste.
Hindu.
It's a Hindu religious sect, and they
Very
have
poor.
very poor, and they have migrated from Bangladesh. So many of the Matua's name have also got deleted in the SIR process, and most of them had shifted their allegiance to BJP since 2019. So it's very difficult to right now say which way they will impact and which party.
Yeah, and Matuas are now being given the assurance just to console them that don't worry about this election, you may be left out now, but we'll now use CAA to give you full citizenship. Isn't it so?
Yes. And Matua sir, in 2019, the BJP had promised that, they brought in the CAA, the Citizenship Amendment Act, and they said that under CAA, they will be given citizenship. So in 2019, if you see, most of the Matua votes went to BJP. But now, first, their names got deleted in the SIR, and citizenship, most of them have not got. I mean, for instance, in North 24 Parganas, the districts that I traveled to, Bangao and Gaighata, you have hardly 100 Matuas who have got the citizenship certificate. So they are disillusioned. They are saying that we didn't get citizenship either. Now our name has been deleted from the voter list. So,
There is also this fear that, if you go and declare that you came from Bangladesh and you don't get citizenship, then you will be thrown back.
Right.
yeah, because the
They are
CA
very
form,
diffident about this.
Yeah.
CA form says you came from.
So you have to
another
mention
country.
the address.
When did you come? Yes.
And when they are saying that, so there is this rumor going on in the villages in North 24 Parganas that the moment you mention your address and the government knows your address in Bangladesh, you will be thrown out of India, because now you do not even have, you are not on the electoral rolls, and you haven't got citizenship.
Yeah, carry on.
Yeah, so it's basically a double whammy for them, and that's why they're anxious and angry also. They're very miffed that what is happening. They have been with the BJP, they didn't get CA. Now you have, and they think that, the Matua community leaders, the Thakur clan, for instance, the descendants of Binapani Thakur, who is popularly known as Boroma, she passed away in 2024. So a faction of the Thakur family, led by Shantanu Thakur, who is junior minister of shipping in the Modi government, and his brother Shubroto Thakur, he is the MLA from Bongao, and he's contesting this time also. So that's one faction. The another faction is Mamata Bala Thakur, who is the Veena Pani's daughter-in-law. So she is a Rajya Sabha Trinamool MP. So there are two different factions, Trinamool and BJP.
So Matwas are also divided. So this process has left both communities insecure. It has left many Muslims insecure, and it has also left many Hindus, not as many, but still many Hindus, particularly the Matua community, insecure.
Right.
And sort of disenfranchised.
Yeah.
If I look at the basic figures of SIR, which Moushumi has given me, thank you Moushumi, 91 lakhs out of 7.66 crore existing voters from the existing electoral rolls have been left out. 91 lakhs, almost 1 crore out of 7.66 crores. Here is, however, how this breaks down. The list that came out on October 25, that had 7.66 crores, that's the original number. December 21st, the first draft after SIR came out, that had 7.08 crores, which means nearly 65 lakh people had been left out. In fact, precisely 65 lakh 20,000 people had been left out. So what was 7.66 crore now became 7.08 crore. Now there wasn't much controversy about the 65 odd lakh people being left out, because many of these were people who had died. Last SIR was 2002. Many had relocated, so they had their votes elsewhere. there was no protest or controversy over the 65 lakh 20,000 or almost none. Then came the next cut, and that created a problem, and that created a buzz. Feb 20, 2026, Election Commission produced a final list which had 7.04 crore voters. Out of these 7.04 also, 60 lakh were in adjudication because Election Commission had doubts about their being genuine voters. On April 6, the final supplementary list came out with 6.77 crore voters. So mark these numbers: 7.08 crore, 7.04 with 60 lakhs under adjudication. So obviously many of them got restored, but many also did not get restored. In the process, 27 lakhs got left out. These 27 lakhs have been waiting before appellate authorities for their appeals to be heard. In this election, however, they've been left out. Now, Moushumi, you have data on how these affect particular constituencies and particular districts. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so, of these 27 lakh deletions, the maximum number has been from Murshidabad, like I had said earlier.
Which has 66% Muslim population.
Yeah, which has 66% Muslim population. So Murshidabad has seen some 4.45 lakh total deletions, followed by Malda and North Dinajpur. Again, Nadia and North 24 Parganas, even they have seen, they are like the fourth and fifth largest districts which have seen the maximum deletions. So that shows how, districts with Muslim heavy population have seen a maximum.
So in fact, if you see Murshidabad, Malda, North Dinajpur, between them, they've seen about 9 lakh deletions. That's about 1/3 of all deletions now are in these 3 districts. And if you divide these deletions by the number of constituencies, then 22 constituencies in Murshidabad. What this means is that since Murshidabad district has 22 constituencies, you do a simple division. On an average, 20,688 votes deleted per constituency. On an average, I'm not saying from each one. On an average. Similarly, Malda, the average per constituency of deletion is 19,948. North Dinajpur, again 19,664. North 24 Parganas, 9,869 per constituency, and Nadia, it is 12,272 per constituency. So these are the districts and constituencies where SIR has made a big difference. Now, DK, some points we know that will make a big difference in this election. So SIR, we know the implications, particularly for Muslim vote, and that seems to be the target as well. Anti-incumbency. You were on the ground, Moushumi. How strong is anti-incumbency, and how much is Mamata Banerjee able to override it?
There is massive anti-incumbency. Wherever I went, people were talking about the need for change because 15 years, lack of jobs. They said that, there is a need to bring in other party, and they were talking about change. So anti-incumbency factor is there.
Yeah, but
quite high.
But is Mamata still able to override it to some extent? Her loyalty remains, or
her core vote bank, the women voters, they continue to talk highly about...
And the minorities.
And the minorities, of course. And also mainly because of the welfare schemes like Lokhir Bhandar, where women get 1,500 rupees, general category women, 1,700 rupees is given to the women from the SC category. So
DK, this is my freebie versus your freebie, because BJP is saying uska 1,500 hai to main 3,000 deta hu.
Yeah, exactly. But as we have seen in other states, when you are the ruling party, you are able to transfer money into their account. That makes a whole lot of difference. So the opposition party promising something, and here you have something in your account.
But the opposition party has the central government.
Yes. So again, as Moushumi was telling me, that this talk about double engine is resonating on the ground.
Yeah. So and women's vote is very important. That's why the BJP has made women's security a big issue.
Yeah.
Haven't they? Sandesh Khali,
RG Kaur, yes, because throughout their campaigning, they are talking about women's safety issues, RG Kaur issue. They are raking it up in every, campaign addresses of their leaders.
Yeah.
RG card victims' mother is also contesting this
Yeah,
time.
from the BJP.
From the BJP.
So yeah, but again, given Mamata Banerjee's clip about women votes, we saw after Sandesh Khale, the BJP really went big with this.
Yeah.
And actually fielded one of the victims of Sandesh Khale sexual harassment case.
But TMC has been sweeping all the
Yes.
by-elections.
Yeah, and
all
even
of
the
them.
Lok Sabha, Sandesh Khale again, like it didn't
In
really
fact, 20 out of 21, and one was won by the Congress party. So BJP hasn't won even one. Polarization. Each one of you give me one-line answer. How strong a factor is polarization, Moushumi?
Polarization is a huge factor in districts of Murshidabad and Malda, for instance. In Malda, the Hindu-dominated constituencies, Malda, English Bazaar, the BJP swept in 2021. This time also they are doing good. So polarization is a big issue. And 2019, because of NTNRC, CA vote, there was huge polarization. This time around, it's the SIR which has become a polarizing factor.
DK, polarization?
Well, that has been the BJP's, that's been one of the BJP's principal planks all the time in every election. But now we see that whatever polarization had to happen, the vote share has remained almost the same. So has there been something more this time we should polarize
Even further.
even further? We are not sure.
Yeah. Then left and Congress, do you see any prospects, any of you that left and Congress might see a little uptick?
Well, I was reading Mohammad Salim's interview where he's claiming that left will surprise everybody, left will do much better. I don't know what makes him so
when was the
optimistic.
last time you did not have a party leader say that?
Yes. So we don't know.
I mean, they will say that until 11:30 on the day of counting. Abhi to sirf postal ballot hai. That goes on. But there are some interesting factors there. For example, TMC has a strong leader, without a doubt. She also has a nephew as a heir apparent. But the BJP does not have a leader. Will Modi factor be good enough to override that?
I come back to the same point. Modi factor has been there since the BJP's rise, 2019 onwards. The vote bank has remained the same. The BJP's vote shares, 40%, 38%, 39%. So I think what will really matter is how strong is the anti-incumbency vote, and then how the SIR plays out. I think these two factors would be sort of decisive.
Yeah. And this time, the center has really thrown massive volumes of paramilitary forces there. 2,407 companies of paramilitary forces. What was it the last time, Moushumi?
It was something around 700.
700.
700. And
So-
also,
So it's 3.5 times.
so this time around, it's 3 times more than what it was in 2021. So, and all this to, quell this fear factor among the people that, okay, our central forces are there, you come out and vote.
And they've said that these forces will stay on for a month after
the election, because-
so that there are no reprisals.
Yeah.
And then DK, there's been this enormous administrative takeover of the entire state. All officers have been transferred, and all IPAC, which was the agency working for Mamata Banerjee, they've mostly been bound up. Their chief has been sent to jail. So the center has left nothing to chance.
Exactly. When was the last time you saw Amit Shah camping in a state capital for 2 weeks and more? I mean, he's going to be there till the second phase. All top leaders are there. When you talk to Trinamool Congress leaders, they say like they have been kind of squeezed, almost cornered. There's a lot of pressure on them, and that's why you see Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, I mean, the kind of campaigning she's done. Every day she's addressing 3-4 rallies. So that pressure is there, and the BJP of all these elections, first time you hear from the BJP leaders that they have a good chance to win. And top BJP leaders in private actually claim that the party will get 10 seats more than the majority mark. So that's their expectations. They are very confident. But again,
But again, everybody is confident until the first machines are opened, and after half an hour, then you can see moods changing one way or the other. That said, I think we've talked about Bengal at length. Now we bring in Shweta Tripathi from Chennai, and we switch to Tamil Nadu. And once we've talked about Tamil Nadu, then DK and I will have a couple of minutes conversation on what does a high turnout mean, or does it mean anything? Now we switch from West Bengal to Tamil Nadu. Shweta, you've been in the thick of things in Tamil Nadu. I know you've had a very hectic time, but you've also had a lot of fun covering this election. Tamil Nadu election is also very colorful. So tell us first of all, who's winning?
Thank you so much for having me here. So what we see is like the voter turnout this election has been really phenomenal. Looks like it is the election. Especially the most important part has been the increase of around 11% from the last elections, and it has been significant. The turnout of voters, especially youngsters, has been huge this elections. It looks like a fight between the Dravidian majors, DMK and AIADMK, but we also have the X factor of Vijay's Tamil Nadu, which has seen a huge support of youngsters. We have seen social media flooded with it. We have seen the polling booths filled with the TVK supporters. So it has seen a great there is a third factor. Vijay seems to have established himself as a genuine alternative to the two Dravidian parties in the state. So, but how are the fans? How are these young voters going to impact the elections? We'll know on May 4th.
So, Shweta, first of all, help us understand these alliances. And because we know that you are not from Tamil Nadu, you are not also from the south, you made Tamil Nadu your home. You are actually from Hindi heartland, but you speak Tamil like a Tamil. So, the first alliance, Secular Progressive Alliance, that is the incumbent alliance. We know DMK, we know Congress, CPI, CPM. Now DMDK, what party is DMDK? What's the full name?
Right. So DMDK is Desiya Morpokku Dravida Kazhagam, which was founded by Vijay Khan, and for the first time, the party has formed an alliance with DMK.
DMDK, small party founded by Captain Vijay Khan. Him we met, and you can once again see this picture. I flaunted this many times. All of us trying to flaunt our non-existent biceps with him when we had gone to meet him. Vijay Khan's party now, his son runs it. Yeah. Then MDMK.
MDMK is Marumalarchi Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam, which is Vaiko's party, and it has been with DMK for a few years now. So yeah.
After MDMK, that's Vaiko's party. Vaiko, all of us know well. We come to VCK. VCK is a party which I believe has particularly has the Dalit vote. What is VK? What does VCK stand for? And then what is MMK?
VCK stands for Viduthalai Shirthaigal Kachi, which was founded by Tirumavalavan, and it enjoys the support of the Dalit community in this state.
IUML we are familiar with because we see them in Kerala also, Indian Union Muslim League. What is MMK?
MMK is Manitaniya Makkal Kachi, which is led by Jawari Hulla in Tamil Nadu and has a single seat here in the state.
It's a tiny party. And then the NDA alliance has AIA, DMK, BJP, and then PMK, AAMK, IJK, TMC we know Tamil Manila Congress. But what is PMK, AMMK, IJK?
Okay, so Patali Makkal Kachi is PMK, which was founded by Ramadas and currently is led by Anbumani Ramadas here in Tamil Nadu. And
he split with the father.
Yes, after a split with the father, now it is being led by Anbumani Ramadas.
DK, unfortunately, we've had an internet breakdown with Chennai, so we've lost Shweta for now. We'll bring her back maybe in the next episode. So give us some gyan on Tamil Nadu, the Vijay factor, the two Dravid parties, and BJP and the Congress party, and the BJP and the Congress party at the back of each and the BJP and the Congress party at the back of each of the local titans.
It's difficult to say which way he'll hurt, whether he'll hurt the SPA more or the NDA more, because his fans are cutting across religions and castes. But what we don't know that he's attracting a lot of crowd, and especially in the last three, four days, his rallies, his meetings have drawn huge crowds. Whether they'll translate into votes, we don't know, especially because, his party does not have that infrastructure on the ground at a grassroots level to get the voters to vote. He does not have those candidates. It's only his star power. How much will that translate into votes for him? We don't know. As for other factors, well, the DMK-led alliance, especially the DMK, has framed this entire campaign around Tamil sub-nationalism, or
Pride.
Tamil pride, identity, versus the North Indian Hindi party. And as Stalin said in an interview with us also, that AIADMK is the slave of the BJP. So you have seen Stalin, he does not talk about Vijay's party. He hardly talks about him because he does not want him to become a factor. He is trying to portray AIADMK as the BJP's, as he says, slave or agent. So basically he is trying to
Trojan horse.
Trojan horse. Basically he is trying to make it a battle between the Dravidians and a party representing only North Indians. And I was surprised when the BJP decided to bring in this women's reservation, all these bills, basically to roll it out from 29. Obviously, the delimitation had to come into the political discourse. Obviously, you saw Stalin, how he pounced on it, and he made it a big issue. So while it might, or we don't know, it may or may not benefit the BJP, this entire debate on women's reservation in Parliament, in West Bengal, in Tamil Nadu, Stalin has used it to target the BJP again. That it's a move against the southern states, especially Tamil Nadu. We lose this, lose that. Why the BJP went with that at this juncture, it's very difficult. So obviously BJP is putting its bets on West Bengal more, and Tamil Nadu, the repercussions it may have, BJP did not really actually figure out.
Because for the BJP, the stakes are not that high in Tamil Nadu.
Yeah, so Stalin is trying to beat anti-incumbency by raking up this identity issue.
So Stalin is basically targeting the central government and the BJP. So it becomes state versus the center.
Yeah.
Now, DK, the question we started with, it's a setback that we don't have Shweta with us because of this signal failure. But tell us, what do these high turnout figures mean?
I don't really read much into it because in Tamil Nadu and West Bengal, generally also you have this high turnout. So in the last two elections in West Bengal, last Lok Sabha election and assembly election, the turnout was about 82%, 80%. Even in Tamil Nadu, in the 2021 assembly election, turnout was about 74%. And we are talking about an election right after COVID. So obviously, even then, if you had 74% turnout, now we are looking at something around 90% or more than 90%. But let's not forget that, the base has also come down after SIR. We are talking about the deletion of 74 lakh names from the voter list post SIR in Tamil Nadu and 91 lakh in West Bengal. So obviously, when the base goes low,
then the percentages go up.
Percentage will go up.
Absolutes come down, percentages go up. So that effect also, the base effect, let me call it, also comes into play. So if you had, say, in Bengal earlier, 7.66 crore, maybe many of them were dead voters or voters who are voting elsewhere. The base was still 7.66. Now that's become 6.77.
Yeah, like
So
in Tamil Nadu, it came down from 6.4 to almost 6.7, 5.7.
Yes, without much controversy.
Not much controversy.
Yeah. So in this case, the percentage base effect comes in and the percentage goes up. So you don't see much political significance to this.
No, plus, apart from the SIR factor, what we see, especially in West Bengal, is this mobilization by both parties. It's so intense at a grassroots level. Both parties, for them, it's like, for the BJP is treating it as the mother of all electoral battles. The way they're working on the ground.
Yes.
TMC, it's a question of survival. And that's why you see this intense campaigning, intense mobilization on the ground. So that has to show in the turnout.
And in Tamil Nadu, we know that Dravid parties have very strong grassroots network. The workers are very committed. And that also applies to the smaller parties, regional or caste-based parties in Tamil Nadu. So they get their voters out. That's how you see this very high turnout. So once again, don't jump to any conclusions. Don't make any speculations. A high turnout, the only thing it means in India is that people's faith in democracy is becoming stronger and stronger by the day, when in many of the more developed countries, in richer countries, the turnout figures are actually going down and people are getting disillusioned with democracy, or they find it too much trouble to go out and vote. In India, as I had said earlier, people are even taking flights back to their hometowns to vote. And that's a wonderful thing.
This is also to do with SIR, because people have this fear that they have been getting benefits from the government through the welfare schemes. So you see from Delhi, loads of
Laborers and
laborers,
working class
house
people.
helps, they have been taking buses, a 3 days bus journey to go to Bengal to vote, because they think that if their names are not there on the voter list, probably they would not get the benefits from the government that they would otherwise. So that's another SIR impact we are talking about.
Any which way, the more people that vote, the better it is for the health of a democracy. So DK, now wait for the results, and in any case in West Bengal, wait for the second round. And once again, we are disappointed that we lost Shweta in the middle of what was going to be a very interesting conversation, but we'll get her back on soon enough.